Okay, quick music disclaimer here. I do not own the rights to this music, which belongs to the rightful owner, who is the intoxicating mind of Dr. Frankenstein. So he made my intro and my outro, and I hope you guys enjoy. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube, and no copyright infringement is intended. Thank you. Have a good day.
A clear choice of good versus evil, of right versus wrong.
Twisted Tales.
Are you really recording already?
Thanks for hopping on the episode here, buddy.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
No problem, buddy. So next up, we're gonna dive into just some nursery rhymes here. So I'll give you like the dark meanings behind them and whatnot. Just a little short tale here, just whatever. This one here is gonna involve a man named Frederick Thomas Linwood. So this shit here was like before Jack the Ripper, who killed people between 1888 and 1891. This tale here will talk about the Muffin Man. So this one here is just folklore shit, so it'll be a little darker twist on the nursery rhyme that we all know and love. So naturally, we all sing this in our heads time to time, like the whole Muffin Man nursery rhyme thing, right? We don't really know like their origin when we sing it, right? So tale goes here about a man believed to have killed a little over 20 people or so. A lot of them were children, 15 to be exact, and also killed 7 rival pastry chefs here. It's written down here.
He was like,
So
I'm
what
the
he
only
would do,
baker in this town.
this is my town.
It's my cookies or the highway, bro.
So he would often lure kids into dark alleyways by tempting them with a muffin tied to a string. So he'd place the
Oh
muffin
my
out, and then
gosh. I would
the
be
kid
so
would,
screwed.
oh man, like he'd bend down to reach and get a muffin, and he'd just yank it with the string, right? So he would
If
lead you
they
in the alley that way.
if he did like cheesecake or something, I'd be dead.
Watch out, there's a cheesecake killer. Oh, what's that? There's a
I'd be the
cheesecake.
first
Oh,
victim. Or like those trucks that are like free puppies. I'd be so dead.
here's some candy and a dog.
Yep, that would be me.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
pretty much. Now, some say this is just like a dark little twist on a really known tale. Others say it's just a nursery rhyme or like an urban myth or whatever that's passed down over the times. Many of us have sung this not really knowing what it was, right? So now you know. Also, the song that was used here, parents would sing this song to their kids to warn them about the presence of a killer in town here. No, this was around back in the 16th and 17th century here. So Drury Lane was quite the busy street here. Had a lot of like marquises and duchesses and shit here at one point here, like rich society folk. There was like the Duchess of Bolton here for like an example, I guess. Now by the 18th century here, this whole place became like the fucking worst slums in London. So it was a lovely experience of hookers, drunks, and fighting. Most homes back then would lack like proper ovens to bake all this shit, right? So this is why they would have like bread guys and stuff like that. So they walk around, they bring their bell, they'd sell you some bread. Huh.
And when you're talking about Muffin Man, all I can think about is in Shrek when Lord Farquaad was torturing poor Gingy. Not the gumdrop buttons.
You're a monster.
Sorry,
So
I
yeah,
slammed the
these
door.
kids here would just be lured down the alley here. They go to grab the muffin, and then he'd pull the string. Then the muffin would be halfway into the dark alley. He'd now have the kid into the alley, where he would torture and kill them.
But did
So
the
this,
kid get to eat the muffin?
you know what? I'm gonna say yes, definitely.
Okay, good. Then it was all worth it.
Fuck. Here, kid, have this muffin. Now you're dead. Dun dun
Is it
dun.
a blueberry, banana nut? What are we talking here? They
Chocolate
probably
banana.
tasted like garbage back then because they probably didn't have enough sugar. They didn't have enough anything. You know how like certain spices were so expensive back then?
Well, I mean, yeah, Columbus fucking
Cinnamon.
out there looking for them and shit. Here's some cinnamon. Oh, I'm sorry. This is actually nutmeg. This is actually chili powder. Oh,
Do you know this was the time, like the time you're talking about, like Victorianish time,
yeah,
when people in the middle of their table, like the most elegant thing you could have is a celery vase, and it would just have a head of celery, like a stalk of celery inside of the vase in the middle of the table, and nobody would eat it. It would just be there for decoration, like roses,
really.
because the rich people could afford celery.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if like the middle class people only had like one little stem of celery.
some others had made claims here that he would lead them down to the back of his house here. So he had this like his house was the whole bakery. Like he had the house and the bakery together, right? And he would lure them back here, he'd beat them, he'd murder them, and then it was said that he would add them into his muffin batter. So he'd kill children, and then boom, here's some muffins made of children. Children
Oh, like a
muffins.
Sweeney Todd type thing.
Yeah, so when the parents couldn't find their kids, or like they'd fucking hear tales of this muffin man, right? So they'd freak out. And word got around that it might be Frederick here, and it was looked at by the British police. So he ended up on a little like horse and carriage chase through the fucking roadways. And he ran over like a little rock in the road here. So set the cart off track, and he was taken in by orders of the king. But he ended up getting a slap on the wrist here. He was set free because he was like this wicked good baker and everything.
It's
And
like,
yeah,
no, don't
soon,
kill children. You make really good muffins. What?
yeah, no, like nobody, like they didn't believe him that he was the one that was killing the kids, right?
No, no,
So
don't do that.
you can't do that. This guy makes really good cheesecakes. Can't be doing
Oh
this.
gosh, stop it. Do you know my favorite
So he,
dessert is anything blueberry and lemon? That's the best dessert in the world.
that's actually not bad.
It's like such a good combo.
It's a weird combo, but it works, eh?
Oh my gosh, so good.
So after he was set free here, an angry mob just waited for him. He came out and they beat the shit out of him. So after beating the shit out of him here, not long after, like they hurt him pretty bad, whatever. So several years later, Frederick here was eating his dinner, and he ended up choking on a dumpling, and then he died because of it. Another little scenario here, this folklore is that the townsfolk actually like pulled him out of his home. They beat the ever living shit out of him, and then they burned his whole house down and his whole business. That's another thing that was another part that I found here that could have happened. But I mean, this is all folklore anyway, right? So I mean, I couldn't find
Yeah,
any real shit on
I
this, right?
feel like any nursery rhyme explanation they have is pretty much theory. I don't think any of it's fact or any way to prove anything. It's just like stories or hypotheses just passed down. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, all these are like everything has an origin, right? You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
yeah, well, I mean, that was our little tale about the Muffin Man. So what else do we got here? Yeah, like other things like Ring Around the Rosie here, like that one's wicked old. That's also known as like a dark one here too, because the little rhyme tells tale of being revolved around the Great Plague of London back in 1665. So Rosie being the rash that developed on the skin here, the bubonic plague, and then the pockets of posies part means to contain the stench with a pocket full of posies. So people that died of the Black Plague covered with posies, yeah.
Well, I think it's
Now
just
the
like flowers and herbs and fragrances you kept in your pocket because of dead people around you so much. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's just
yeah, that would help dumb it down. The bubonic plague, like that wiped out like 15% of like Britain's population here. So yeah, all that can take like what, like 1 to 7 days of exposure here for like all the flu-like symptoms to develop and whatnot. So like
mm,
that'll include like what, like fever, headaches, vomiting, swollen and sore lymph nodes. So yeah, it's not a fun little plague, I guess. This whole bubonic plague thing got spread by like infected fleas that ended up on some rats. Then eventually they spread to humans, and yeah, all the rest of fucking Europe here. Now, mainly this spread as a result of people fleeing from one area to the other. And I actually didn't mean that as like a pun or anything. I literally meant fleeing as in escaping, not fleas. So,
Hmm.
haha. Even like on the ships and everything here, like rats would hop onto like the fucking sacks and stuff like that. So they travel, they get on the ships. And when some of this was
I
unloaded, it
thought
was done by hand.
I don't know why, like I don't know anything about anything, but I thought that it was the fleas on the rats that did it.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh, you did say that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't drink and record. Go ahead. Sorry.
So when the rats migrated with the humans traveling amongst like the grain bags, the ships, the wagons, that type of shit, some of this was unloaded by hand, and it played a part in the transmission of the plague. So there's something new I learned today. What's the other one here? Mulberry bush, or everybody remembers that little rhyme, right? Do you remember the
Can you sing
mulberry
it for
bush?
me?
Uh,
No, it's here we go around. No.
do you want me to sing it?
Yes.
Um, one moment
Around
here.
the mulberry bush. Du-
You want to
du-
sing
du-
it
du-
together?
du- du. I can't remember it.
Then it goes on to like, this is the way we wash our face. So this whole thing originated from like Wakefield Prison up in England here. This is where female prisoners had exercised around a mulberry tree in the prison yard. Next up, Baba Black Sheep. Seems like a happy little lullaby here, but there's a theory here about this being a medieval wool tax. Another one up here, there's Humpty Dumpty here. Everybody knows that one. So this one dates back to, was it 1797? A couple of theories behind this one here. That it's from wartime, and that the idea is that the king fell off their horses here during battle, then they were cut up by swords. Now, there's this other one here, this old man. Now, some say that's a strange rhyme here about old men who are inappropriate with young kids. And this song was
I've
actually
never heard
taught
that
up.
one.
Yeah, no, I checked a couple things on this here. Yeah, it's just fucking weird. So it's said here that this song was actually taught to warn kids about like old men and weirdness and shit. No, no,
Well, you asked me a few minutes before recording if I could come up with one. So I did Knick Knack Paddywhack, if you know that one.
I do.
Okay. This is said, in theory, to refer back to the Great Famine or the Irish Potato Famine, back when the English came to like infest Ireland in the 1500s. And the English happened to own a lot of land.
Hmm.
I'm pulling a U. And they like took over and they'd literally rent to the Irish population. And the Irish population really struggled making money. So they'd go door to door trying to sell odds, ends, knickknacks. And Paddy being a derogatory term for Irish, it was like knick-knack, paddywhack. So you'd smack them away if you didn't want what they were selling. And to
Oh,
give the dog a bone, I've seen it either being that they treated the dogs on the street better than the Irish, or that like you're buying something small just as like a leave me alone, like you're throwing them a bone. And it was
oh,
saying
cool.
that this old man went rolling home because a lot of them had to live in their carriages because they had no home. They couldn't afford the rent that the English were charging.
Well, shit. That's cool as fuck.
That's crazy though. The English came in and it went, I think it said over 90% of Irish land they just took over, were like gifted by, I don't even know how that works. Like it was Irish land, but somehow English got control over the majority of it.
Probably just took it.
Probably.
Why don't you look that up? Do you want to
Brought
know
the
for
land through
sure?
gift, often through fealty to royalty, and felt no allegiance or sense to either ownership or belonging to that land. So yeah, they took it over and just gifted it to other English people.
And that's
And
it?
they often lived elsewhere in big houses in England, so they weren't even like there. They were just collecting money from the Irish people that lived on their own land that were paying property in their own place to these absentee landlords.
Wow. It's fascinating stuff.
Well, I got
Oh, thanks
5
for
minutes
adding
of
that in.
research.
Yeah, no, that's wicked, man. I really appreciate that.
Okay, I have one more. No, I have a
Sweet.
few more.
Yeah,
I don't
go
know,
ahead,
two,
pop 'em off.
two more. All right, Rockabye Baby is said to be about King James II. He needed a Catholic heir, and it said that to ensure that he got an heir, they stole a child and smuggled him into the birthing chambers to be like, here, he has an heir. And the people
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
want the next king to be Catholic. They wanted a Protestant king. So it's basically a wish of a death over a stolen baby.
Wow,
And
that's
then
insane.
the Itsy Bitsy Spider is said to be actually about alcoholism and drinking problems. Like the rain falling down wasn't water, it was said to be like booze. And the spider keeps drinking, the sun washed it away, and then it starts all over again.
Just a vicious cycle of alcoholism.
Yeah, but I didn't know that that's what that was about or thought to be about. And the
I
last
thought
one
he
is
just,
hmm,
I thought he sat down and, just scared that girl eating her fucking.
that's Miss Muffet,
What one did you just do?
the itsy bitsy spider. Went up the water spout, down came the rain, washed the spider out, out came the
Right,
sun.
right.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. Oh, yeah, there's a spider in that one too. Along came a spider and sat down beside her or
Yeah,
something.
sorry I got them confused.
Frightened her away. That's what it was. And then there was the old lady that lived in a shoe. And in there, it said that she gives her children broth and some bread. And I don't know. One thing was about like religious backstory, and the other one I saw that was that the broth was her sweat that she fed to the children, and the bread
Oh,
was her
God.
flesh. So it was like cannibal, or like one of the children she basically fed the children to the other children just to keep them nourished.
Oh, God.
So I don't know.
That's fucking terrible.
It is.
And that's our little episode on, just nursery rhyme shit. So, yeah. No, that was cool. Did you have anything else?
No, you literally gave me like 10 minutes to put stuff together.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome. Thank you very much for everything that you added. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Well, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was great.
Well, thank you so much, and I'll really try to avoid any cheesecake or muffins on strings in the future.
Yeah, or, just a whole dark alley altogether, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for recording with me. Now I gotta go edit some shit.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on.
No problem. You've been a fucking awesome person. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Toodles.
Twisted Tales.